Hi, I'm Tennille Biggers, your local realtor with Keller Williams Elite Partners 3, and this is your market in a minute for the greater Orlando area. There are three numbers that we look at every single month, and these are for this last month, so April, year over year. I also want to keep in perspective what we went through this last month, since we are in unknown times right now. This is uncharted territory. Last month we had our stay-in-place orders that went into effect. Last month we also were really seeing the effects of everything in March, causing a bit of a slowdown. So let's dig in and see what we see. Median home prices last month in April was $263,750. That was up about $10,000 this year, March into April. And as we look at that year over year, that was up 12%. Sales decreased by 28% year over year. We had just shy of 2,400 properties that closed. That number feels dramatic, seeing a 23% decrease. However, seeing 2,400 properties that still closed this last month, that financing still went through, that buyers went into contract and that were very successful. That's a good, strong number. And then inventory this last month, we had just over 7,600 properties that were available on the market. That was down 3% year over year. One other stat that I want to throw in there and just watch as we move forward, just as our market's doing what it's doing, our days on market was down 12%. Which is actually a good thing. So you see days on market last year, we were over 57 days on market. That was the average for a listing in the month of April. And this year it was average of 47 days on market. Again, this is all price points, all housing types in the residential sector for Greater Orlando. So the big thing that we want to watch, as we always do, is are we in a seller's market? Are we in a buyer's market? Are we heading into a shift? It is not known yet what's going to be ahead, and I think we're going to see a little bit of a roller coaster as people go back to work and sellers say, okay, I'm ready to go back on the market and have people in my home again. Like, we're still in very strange times. Let's look at this year. I know we've been talking year over year, but let's look at this as 2020. So in March, we had just over 2 months of inventory on hand, meaning that we had enough to fulfill demand for 2 months and then we'd be out of inventory. That indicates that we are deep in a seller's market. High level, but deep in a seller's market. This last month in April, we jumped to 3 months of inventory on hand, which means it's pushing out a little bit. A good rule of thumb is when you have 6 months of inventory on the market, it's a balanced market. Anything over 6 months means that demand has really gone down. It's buyer's market is there. We have more listings than buyers. Anything less than 6 months of inventory on the market means that we're in the seller's market because we have more buyers than sellers. That's keeping it simple. All right, I know I've gone way over a minute. This is market in 3 minutes this month. However, I think for a few months here, we're gonna have to spend a little bit more time just to make sure we keep it all in perspective. If you have any questions on your house, your neighborhood, please don't hesitate to reach out. They're all very different. These are high level. And buyers, if you're thinking about buying and trying to figure out if it's a good time, call me. Let's talk about what you're looking for and then you can decide. My number is 850-628-4455. Stay well. Talk to you soon.